if you want to grab your equipment, today I'm using bands, but the bands are kind of optional, meaning all the leg stuff I'm going to do is pretty hard, but to make it next level, you could add in the loop band. I also have the traditional band. So if you have like two different types of band, the fabric band and then the like traditional band, you can do that. I'm going to use that for my upper body. And then I have just dumbbells and my mat. Let me look at the time. I'll start warming up in about a minute. So if you need to grab water, grab anything, go ahead and move for that. Awesome. Okay, it's good to see you guys. Again, I'm here, new location for just this week. It's a little dark, which is unfortunate. I was like playing around with the lights and apparently there's not very good lighting unless I open up the back window, which kind of blinds me out. So we'll just make do this week, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with the warm up. So right now I just need you to find a little bit of space and we're gonna go ahead and start taking it to a big old step side to side, and we're gonna start up top. And what that means is I wanna correct your posture. If you have any forward lean to that, we wanna right that now. So big shoulders back and down. Push the shoulders back and down, big dramatic circles. Excellent breathing, and good. Okay, so I'm doing my big shoulders back and down, correcting my posture, getting the body moving, starting to do my warm up and stretch. I'm gonna keep the legs moving, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do a big reach up overhead. As I reach up overhead, this reach up is not going out in front, it's gonna go straight over the body so that I can start stretching out my back, stretching out my shoulders. And breathe, good. Keep those legs moving. Excellent job. We're getting the blood flowing to the limbs, yes. Warming up and stretching the body. We're doing a little double tasking, good job. From here, I'm gonna keep my legs wide. I kind of do the one like pivot, and then a little bit of a lean onto the hip, and I'm gonna do a big old reach over. And again, it's not a reach in front of the body, it's over. Go over the body, feel that. Feel that stretch through the shoulder, rib cage down to the hip. Breathe. Good, keep that going. Good breathing. Excellent job. Keeping it up. Big old reach. Keeping it up. We're almost there. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tighten up in your abdomen. Pop that knee up. So when we tighten up in our abs, it's going to automatically tighten up back here, which is very nice because we can't just say tighten up back. And that's going to protect our back. And then we lift up our knees a bit, getting that hip flexors moving, stretching out the legs, yes, warming up the legs at the same time. Continue to breathe. Knees are popping up. You could even take it a bit slower and do a little hug in if you prefer that. Keep that going. Excellent job. Great. So now my feet are hip width apart, my chest is up, and I'm gonna do a squat down. So give me a nice squat down. Good. So with your squats, you can start them off pretty mellow. You don't have to go down super deep. And then the looser your body gets, try to get, keeping the chest up, knee bent to about 90 degrees. So I'm trying to push the butt back there, keep the spine straight, and I continue to breathe. Good breathing. Excellent job. One last one. And now we're hitting just a little bit of getting that heart rate up. You can do a modified jumping jack or regular. I usually say modified jumping jacks to like 8th or 9th month of pregnancy. So I'm really looking forward to being able to switch over to modified and not feel guilt. Here we go, almost there though. In 3, 2, and 1, keep the step wide, kick it back. I'm gonna pull my arms Good. I'm going to point the knee down. Stretching out the quad, warming up the hamstring, stretching out the chest, warming up that upper back. I know it's a goofy movement, but we're getting a lot of stretching and warming up done. So let's do it. Good breathing. Keep it moving. Stretch that quad. Stretch out the chest. Excellent job. Keeping it going. Great. Abs tight. Big old reach. 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 Good. Okay, so this is your twisty one where we're waking up the core, getting that stretch. You can feel it all along the side to the hip, yes. Also the back of the arm. But if you get dizzy, you're just gonna look forward and move the arm only. Got it? Okay, but if you can, wring out that midsection, twist it up. Good breathing. Fantastic. Okay, core tight, hands rubbing in for balance. Give you these little kicks. They're not power kicks, they're just stretchy out kicks. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a little kick out. I'm gonna keep it about hip or lower. And I'm working that elongation from the back of the leg, the hamstring. We're still in our warm up and stretch. Warming up that leg, active stretches. Great. Keep that going. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. The feet are about hip width apart, the chest stays up. I squat it on down and up to you. I want to try popping up on my toes. Try it out with me if you can. If you need to hold on to something, that's fine. So what I'm doing is I'm popping up on my toe when I get to the top of the squat, waking up the ankles, waking up the calves. Great. Doing good. Keep that going, keep that going. And in 3, 2, and 1. Modified regular jumping jacks. Move it out, get that heart rate up. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, abs tight. Hands rubbing in for balance. We're doing a circle out. Good. Excellent job. Lifting that leg, circling it wide. Looking good. Got one more. And I'm kind of doing the reverse. I start the leg wide and then I draw it in. Hands wherever you need them for balance. Good job. One more. Fantastic. Abs tight. I'm going to do hands out to kind of be a marker and also for balance. And I'm going to do a swing kick. Some of you guys might be able to kick up to your hand. Go for it. Good breathing. Get that swing kick. Stretching out that leg. Good job. We're almost done with the warm up and stretch. You're doing great. Keeping it going. And awesome. I'll put my hands on my hips, and from here, I'm drawing a circle. Loosening up the low back, I'm drawing this circle out. If you feel a good stretch, feel free just to hold it. Continue to breathe. Awesome. Switch direction of the circle. Good job. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to choose a couple of standing stretches to do. I have my supportive leg. It has a little bit of a bend. I'm going to go straight leg, pop that toe. My hands go to my supportive, or they reach on down. Tip over. Continue to breathe. Get stretch in the back of the leg. Slowly coming on up. Switch the legs up, straight leg, pop toe, reach on down, Get that stretch in the back of the calf. Feel it in the back of the hamstring. Continue to breathe, nice deep breaths. And again, you could reach down or put your hand on the supportive leg. Do not put it on the stretch leg. We don't want to accidentally invert the knee. Continue to breathe. Slowly up. We're going to go ahead and take a step forward. So go ahead and take a big step forward. My back heel is on the ground. Try your best. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drive my hip flexor forward as I bend that front knee. With that hip flexor drawn forward, I'm getting that stretch. So I'm now connecting back to my core. I feel that stretch. You can lift the arm of the leg that's back to continue up the stretch. Hip flexor to abdomen. Continue to breathe. I'm going to slowly release that. I'm going to switch the legs up. Again, big step forward. Drive that hip flexor forward. Push that front knee forward. Arms up. Continue to breathe. Good job. From here, I'm going to go ahead and just let you know what we're using today. So we have a workout that's going to be elevated if you have the band. If you don't have the band, you're going to be just fine. The stuff is hard enough, you'll be fine. But if you have the band, you want to give it a try, let's go ahead and give it a try. Right now, I have a couple different types of bands. This is my fabric band, and it has a little bit of grip on the inside. I'm going to use the fabric band for my legs. If you don't have a fabric band, feel free to use just a normal band, and you can kind of hold it in place or just adjust it when you need to. I'm going to also have a normal, traditional looking loop band, and that's going to be for when I get to upper body. So I'm not going to use it for legs. Right now, I'm going to choose to use my fabric band first. I'm going to go ahead and slide that on. Some of you guys may prefer it to stay at the calf. I'm going to bring it up above the knee, about mid-thigh. I'm going to start with it right there. And again, you don't have to use a band. So let's just go ahead and kind of fill out the band. Right away, you feel there's tension, right? So you need to make sure that the knees are not dropping in, but the knees always stay with the hip, okay? They're gonna stay forward. They're gonna stay over foot. You're not letting the knees go wonky, okay? Keep the chest up. Just give me a couple squats and then we'll make it more interesting. So just kind of fill it out. Not hard, yes, we're just doing normal squat. Give me about 5 more and then we're gonna add a movement. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to go ahead and go squat, and I'm going for a side lunge. So I want to go step out. The knee is over the foot. We're not letting the knee go wide or drop in. And this leg is like my tether leg. It is straight. So I'm going to push it down. My butt is back. My spine is straight. Then I come about hip width or wider. Squat down, other side. Side lunge. Squat, side, squat, side. Try it out, let's go. And again, you don't have to use the band. The band just kind of elevates it. It makes it a little bit harder. You feel a little bit more. I'm only using the light band today. Feel free, obviously, to use heavier. Good job. Squatting down. Trying to get deep into my squats, trying to bring that butt down, keeping that chest up, keeping that spine straight. You got it. Deep squat, side lunge, deep squat, side lunge. So if we're gonna make an error, I wanna err with my legs being set a little bit wider than my hip than being too narrow. So when I walk back in for the squat, I have the leg about hip width apart or get a little bit wider. Okay, finish it up, finish it up. One more each side. One more each side. Fantastic. And good stuff. Okay, so I need a little bit of room. Okay, so that means you're gonna need a little bit of room. This room's pretty big, I got room. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a movement one. I'm gonna take 3 steps forward, okay? So you can use a band, you don't have to use a band. Let's see how it goes though, okay? So I'm gonna start you off in a squat. Spine straight, knees about mid-foot, butt back. We're in our squat. From the squat, I'm gonna have you step forward, stay low lunge. And again, do it one more time. Step forward, stay low lunge. Then I'm gonna go feet together, and you have options. You could do fast feet back, or you could do 3 little hops back. 3, 2, 1. You got it? Okay, so let's try out again. And again, you could come forward back into the screen. You don't have to go side to side, wherever you have space. So let's get ready. I'm starting in my squat. I'm gonna try and stay low. So that's kind of a secret. Try your best and stay low. Really load up the weight. Let's go right leg steps. Right leg, left leg, feet together. You can go ahead, jump it back, or you do those small little step backs. Getting ready, here we go. Right, left, together. 1, 2, 3. 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 Right, left, together, and finish. 1, 2, 3. Good stuff. Okay, face it forward. Feet about hip width apart, a little wider is always okay. Here we go, squat down, kick. Now watch me, when I kick, my body, my torso is gonna stay with supported leg. I'm not doing this. I'm gonna show bad form again. This, don't do it, stay upright, ready? Upright with a kick. Upright with a kick. Squat, side kick, let's go. Squat side to side. Getting off that kick. Fantastic job. Get low in that squat. Can you get low? Get low in that squat. Get down deep. Pop it up with some power. Go single leg if you can. If this is too much, get rid of the band. You don't need that band. Good job. Fantastic. Almost there, almost there. Cool. Okay. We have another movement one. I'm gonna come towards you, but you're fine whatever way you did it last time, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna walk it forward. I'm gonna start with the right leg, okay? So here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest is up, dip down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Dip it. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm staying low in my squat. You could probably get lower than me. Go for it. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a little stepper forward. When I get to the end, I hold it. I pulse that butt down. And I'll show you side view. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2. Finish it up. 4, 3, 2, and dip it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job with the legs. Go ahead and take off the band. Good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna set the band down. There's one leg one I didn't get to. If we have time, we're at it in the next round. Grab us yourself a sip of water, come back, and what you're gonna need, if you have a band that you like to use for the upper body, so like a lighter one than the one you just used probably, I would grab it. If not, you can use dumbbells. Have your dumbbells as well. We're gonna switch back and forth. I have it up here, so I don't have to go down to the ground. So it's gonna go a little bit faster for me. So you have the ability to have it up so you can reach. Go ahead and do that. Again, have my dumbbells near. I also have my band. I'm gonna use a light band for the upper body. I put it right below the wrist. It's like an inch below. So I have my band. I'm gonna push, step back so you can see my hands. What's happening here is I have my hands up. They're at a little bit of a diagonal. I'm gonna bring it down, elbows wide and back. I'm gonna hit the top of my chest. Knees are soft, abs are tight. We don't want to Draw in through the low spine. You want to keep good posture. You want to keep your core tight. Good. Okay, so I'm going to have you pick up the pace if you can. If not, you're fine right here going at this pace. So I'm going to go 10 fast. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to set down my band, grab quickly my weights, shoulders back and down, knees soft, open wide for lateral raise. Up to down, up to down. My knees are soft, my abs tight, my low back neutral. I'm not going to go ahead and like push through my low spine. That's no good. Don't do that. Keep your knees soft. Keep your spine straight. If you can, we want to keep the arms straight too. You do not want to have a bend in the wrist. If you are going to bend a little bit in the elbow, okay? So if you need to modify, you can go less reps, no weight, or you could, I'm going to show modification where I'm going to go not as high and a bend in the elbow. Got it? Okay. 5 more, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, and that's 1. Fantastic. Okay, back to band. Again, we're moving fast. Grab it fast, put it right underneath the wrist. So about 1 inch below the wrist. Got it? Cool. Okay, so my arms are set. I have like fists and they're facing each other. My elbows are up, shoulder height. And I'm gonna open up the band. I'm gonna open up the band, okay? Open, and it's gonna come to the top of the chest. Good, keep that going, keep that going. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I set that down. I grab the dumbbells. We're moving quick. If you can, join me from here. I'm going to have you bend at the hip, spine stay straight, tip over at that hip. I got gorilla arms. That means I got like a bend, but no bend in the wrist. I'm going to open wide. Here we go. Keep that spine straight. So yes, you may look at me and then look down at the ground and keep your neck comfortable. 10, breathe. 9, good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's good stuff. Okay, back to band, back to band. You got it? Grab it. Let's go. Again, right underneath that wrist. Looking good. Okay, so my hands are out in front. My hands are open, and they're facing each other. So shoulders down, neck long, spine straight. I'm gonna just open, easy, open it up. 10, 9, 8, breathe, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I go back to dumbbells quickly. And at my dumbbells, my shoulders are back and down, good breathing. And I'm gonna start low and pick up overhead. You could join me if you can't go overhead because you feel like you're out of breath, bicep curls instead. You ready? Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time, grab that band, moving fast. Underneath that wrist, I have my hands out in front of me, chest height, shoulder height. I'm gonna kind of act like I'm holding onto something, knees soft, and I'm gonna row it back. See how my elbows come up, they're about shoulder height? Let's do it again. Row, pull back. As I pull back, I extend that band to open wide. It's gonna hit the top of the chest. And we go 10, 9, man, my arms are tired and this is light. 8, good job. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, finish. 1. Good job. Grab your dumbbells. Dumbbells in hand, shoulders back and down. We are doing great. I'm gonna go ahead and have you step forward, right leg, tip of that hip. From here, I'm gonna drop the arms and I'm gonna row up for 2. 1, 2, so squeezing that upper back together, hold it up, get those elbows up the height of the shoulder, and then extension back through the pinky, extension back through the pinky. Row it again, ready? 1, 2, push back. 1, 2, row it. 1, 2, push back. 1, 2, row it. 1, 2, push back. 1, 2, row it. 1, 2, push back. 1, 2. Really drive that pinky back. Feel the back of the arm, the tricep, the posterior deltoid. That's the back of your shoulder. When we're doing the row part, our focus is on like the shoulder blades coming into each other, so that upper middle back. Continue to breathe. And one more. Ready? Row. Push. And great. Okay, so I got a teeny bit more chest, more upper body, which is the chest, and we're gonna come down to the mat for that. So why don't we just like grab a sip of water, pull out the mat, bring in a band if you want. We're gonna do a bridge up with a band, and I'm also gonna use my dumbbells for a chest fly. So water, then have all your equipment basically right there. Leg band, dumbbells, but get in some water too. Okay, make sure you can see me. So put my my dumbbells on each side of the mat. I'm gonna come down to that in a second. I'm gonna grab my band. I'll go medium. I'll try out my medium band for this one. I am gonna put it around right above the knee, so like mid-thigh. Awesome. And again, option, you don't have to do this stuff. If you don't like doing bridge ups with the chest fly, then you wouldn't do the band, okay? So my feet are hip width apart on this one. And what I'm gonna do is start off simple. I'm gonna start off with just lifting up, chest press, and I'm gonna go bridge up with that. So what's the bridge up? The bridge up is getting that butt and spine to be in a nice line into the hamstring up to the knee. Okay, so a nice line. What I mean by that is some of you guys do have the ability to kind of push past that line, but in the end, it's gonna end up hurting your back. So let's just kind of bring it up to that line, give it a nice squeeze on the backside, low back, glutes, hamstring, and good. And press it up. We're gonna make it more interesting in a second. Good job. Okay, doing good? One more. I'll get to chest fly on the next round. Let's do chest press on this one. So I'm gonna hold my arms now. They're hovering above the ground a few inches. I'm holding, that means I'm loading up weight against gravity. What I wanna make sure is that my wrist is not bent, my wrist is neutral. I'm gonna open my legs wide. Okay, so I take a step out and I definitely feel that tension. Now my knees wanna pop in, but I am not gonna let them. I let my toes point wide as well. Okay, so it's almost like a plie squat where I have the legs set wide and the toes wide. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna sway. I'm gonna sway my hip up, and I'm gonna sway to the other side. And I'm gonna lift one arm with that. So when I sway my hip, my arm goes up. The other arm just holds the isometric contraction. If you have a heavier weight, you might need to set the hands on the ground, and I'll show what I mean by that. I'm gonna set them down if I had a heavy weight, and just press up. My weight's pretty light, so I wanna get that work of holding that isometric contraction, just holding against gravity. And again, I'm going side to side. I feel my outer thigh, I feel my butt, I feel my back, I feel my hamstring. Honestly, don't feel the arm quite as much as everything else is screaming, but we are getting it. And give me one more. Fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and set that down. Great. Okay, so I'm gonna move over into flipping over, and I cannot do this one with a medium So I need to switch over fast to a lighter band, but you can go ahead and try and put it around your ankle. If you're into the band, we are going into a plank. You do not have to use a band at all though, okay? So I switched to my much lighter one, but you don't have to, you can stay heavy. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys options. You could go plank with the hands, straight arm, but if you have any wrist problems, I don't recommend it. I recommend going down to forearm and holding your plank. Right now I'm on my knees. Feel free to just do it from the knees. You don't need the band if you're doing it from the knees. If you want to, you can also do it from the toes. Okay? Here we go. I'm gonna go step out, bring it back. Step it out, bring it back. I wanna keep my hands underneath my shoulders. My arms were a little bit too above, so I had to walk them back a bit. Here we go. Here we go. Step it, step it. 10, breathe. 9, good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and finish 1. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, flip it over. If you notice, I still have the band with me. You could ditch it at any point. Okay, so my legs are tabletop. Got it? Hands behind the ears, so hands behind the ears, not laced. I'm gonna go ahead and pull one knee, and I'm doing a bicycle. And I kept the band there, but it's kind of funky, I know. So if you need to set the band down, go for it. Here we go, you're gonna go for this. And I obviously am like super doing the modified version. I'm like barely moving. You keep going as I'm talking, okay? What you need to do is crunch up, really rotate over from the shoulder to shoulder. And I really hope you're continuing to move. I am like barely moving, and yes, I'm cheating and moving my elbow just to kind of show the motion, but I don't want you to move your elbow. I want you to rotate from the shoulder and really work your abs. Got it? And great. Flip it, side. Okay, so I have the band still. Again, any point, feel free to ditch the band. We're doing a lot of band. I'm on my side plank. Now, if I'm gonna be on my knee, I think you could just ditch the band. I don't think you need it. But if you're gonna go onto toes, why don't you try the band? Just try this. We're gonna try and do a lift with a plank, okay? Some of you guys are there. I'm not anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and ditch the band. I'm gonna come here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lift up and hip down. And again, you could do 2 feet out, feel free. You could put hand on the hip. You could go hand straight, 2 feet out. And when you lift, you could go lift and lift the leg. Those are all options. I'm here these days. Feel free to make it challenging though. I love it. Good job, good job. And in 4, 3, 2, and last one. And 1. Good job, good job. Know what side you were just on, okay? So mental image picture, you know, flip it next time. Got it? Okay, grab yourself a sip of water. We're moving back into legs. So I'm gonna want you to move some stuff out of the way so you don't trip. So if your dumbbells are near, if your mat's near, please set it out of the way. Get ready with the band if you like to go legs with band. So transition back to legs for me. Sneak in some water in there too. I have my band, took my water, I have nothing to trip on. I'm gonna start setting up. I'm gonna step into my band. And my band goes right above my knee, mid-thigh-ish area. Okay? If you are ready, feel free to join me. And again, you do not have to use a band. Keep the chest up, good posture. And here we go into squats. Deep squat. Give me 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Okay, so now we add in a squat and then a side lunge. So I'm up, step it out, side lunge. Get that booty back to keep the chest up. Squat, side lunge. Squat, side lunge. Good job. Keep going. And again, you don't have to use a band for this. It will still be challenging. Just make sure you're getting up deep in the squats. Watch the knee placement. That's super important on these ones. When I step wide, my knee placement is over the foot. Okay, so I got my one leg is the tether leg. The other leg loads the weight up and then presses out. You got it. And in 10, 9, yes, we're doing a bunch of them. I know. 8, 7, 6, almost there, almost there. It's gonna go fast. Keep breathing, keep that chest up. 5, 4, 3, 2, we finish. Great, okay, cool. Grab your breath, make sure you're okay before moving on. You need a little bit of space. So maybe you're going forward and back, nothing to trip on. I'm gonna go side to side. That's where I got space, okay? Making sure my breathing's okay. I can control 3 deep breaths in and out, back to back, without having to gasp for air. I can have a conversation. All that stuff are things you need to check before moving on. So how I would start this in a squat, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and switch up the legs. Last time the right leg did the movement first, so now my left leg goes forward. So I go left leg, right leg, feet together, and either quick feet back or 3 jumps, up to you. You ready? Here we go. Good. Lunge, lunge, together. 3, 2, 1, lunge, lunge. Try to keep those lunges low. Can you keep them low? Good. Lunge, lunge, together. 3, 2, 1. Lunge, lunge, together. 3, 2, 1. My jumps back are not that great. So just don't watch me jump back, got it? Thank you. I'm kind of like doing a little step to make sure I get back to the starting point. Lunge, lunge, together. 3, 2, 1. Lunge, lunge, together. 3, 2, 1. One more. Lunge it. Feet together. Jumping on back. And whoo. I'm gonna face forward. I'm gonna make sure my breathing's okay. And once I feel set, I'm gonna go squat down, keep that torso with the supported leg, kick. What I mean is, do not tip and kick. Got it? Cool. Kick, squat, kick. Get deep in their squat, get deep. Squat, kick, squat, kick. Whew. Feel those legs. Excellent job. Feeling good. Excellent movement. We're doing it side to side. Finishing up. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay, I got enough space to move forward back on this one. There's just like little crabble squat forward, okay? Good breathing. Make sure we're okay before moving on. You're in control of your breathing. Once you feel ready, set yourself down deep into that squat. Knees are not popped in, knees stay over the foot. Chest stays up. Good? Okay, here we go. Stepping forward, left leg will lead. Ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. Dip 4, 3, 2, 1. Back 4, 3, 2, 1. Dip it low, low, low. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Okay, doing great. I wanted to tag on one more, and I think we have time. So grab your dumbbells. You do not need to have the band on. We are doing a deadlift, okay? So I'm gonna show you side view for this one. You're fine, obviously, looking at me, but then you wanna keep your spine forward, okay? Keep your spine straight. So if it tips your neck, get a good look in and then make sure you're doing good form. So what's gonna happen here is maybe have a teeny bend in the knee, but altogether looks pretty straight. My spine is straight, and I tip forward. Okay, so now my spine is straight. Push the butt back. That is a deadlift. Now I'm gonna go single leg, but you may not be comfortable with it. So you're gonna stay 2 legs if you need to, okay? I'm gonna show you this view. Feet are about hip width apart, knees again have a teeny bit of a bend, and I tip at the hip, the spine stays straight. Cool, now I'm gonna go ahead and make it just a little bit harder. If you have the balance for it, you could try it out. And again, if it feels too much with the band, set the band down, plant your right leg, lift the left leg, tip for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you're doing a 2-legged deadlift, you're gonna hold and move into a row for 2. The next 4, I'm staying with the right leg, and I'm going to tip forward, and I'm gonna row the arm up, and as I row the arm up, I'm gonna drop the leg, lift the leg. See that? Try that out. Ready? 4, 3. Let's do it. 4 is too much. It's a lot of balance for you guys. I'll do 2. Let's do 2. That's less dramatic. Okay, let's try and do 2. Ready? Tip forward. Here we go. 1, 2. Upright, neutral spine, and repeat. 1, 2. Upright, neutral spine, and repeat. 1, 2. Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna ditch my weight, nothing to trip on. I'm gonna have my legs set in just like a little bit of a bend. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step out and put almost like that leg out a little bit for balance. And I'm gonna tip forward, my hands go out. Now watch, my front knee is bent. Maybe for you, you're gonna tap the ground, lift, tap the ground, lift. Maybe for you, you can tip at the hip, keep the spine straight, hands out for balance, and you can just lift the leg. Try it out, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Okay, so we got to switch the legs up. You ready to try that out? Again, I'm going to use my dumbbells, so bend the knees, pick up your dumbbells. You could do 2 leg down on the deadlift, that's fine. Or you could go single leg like I am. Switching legs, I'm on my left leg. Getting ready, I have 4. Here we go. Tip. 4, all the way up to neutral spine. 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna add in a row for 2, okay? So with the row, I'm gonna add a kick up. If that's too much, you could just do arm row, or you could keep it where you were at with doing 2-leg deadlift and just do arms. You ready? Here we go. Tip it. 1, 2. Neutral spine. Neutral spine is important. Make sure you get up there. 1, 2. My balance is off on that one, so I'll make the next one better. Again. 1, 2. I have 1 more. and 1, 2. I drop the weights. I make sure I'm not going to trip on them. And I'm going to set up for that elongation one where it was balanced, okay? So I'm going to go ahead onto my left leg, yes. Put the hands out for balance. See how this leg has a little bit of a bend? This is my supported leg. Now for you, maybe you want to hold on to something, you're just going to lift the leg up. That's fine, do that. I'm going to attempt to tip, keeping the spine straight and extending my arms out. And I'm going to lift the leg up for 8. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, that is a lot going on. You did great. Go ahead and grab a sip of water. And then we're going to move to upper body. And I'm going to do something very similar. So I'm going to want the band and dumbbells near each other because we're doing quick transitions, okay? So water and get ready with the band in your hand. The band is right underneath my wrist. I'm going to go ahead and start off with it up. It's at a little bit of a diagonal. My abs are tight, my knees are soft. I'm going to go ahead and pull wide, and I'm going to hit the top of my chest. Okay? Join me for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Pick up your dumbbells. Abs tight, knees soft, V up. So I start at my hips. I'm going to open up the thumb a bit, and it's going to come up in a V up. So that V shape coming out of the hip. Here we go. Let's do 8, 7. I'm just cutting down the reps because I need to move on to get you down to the mat. So just doing less reps. And 3, 2, and 1. Great, back to band. Setting it up right underneath the wrist. Again, shake out, take breaks if you need to, if I'm moving too fast. Hands are out in front. I make like straight arms, and I'm gonna open wide. Here we go. Knees soft, abs tight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to my dumbbells. I tip at the hip. I hold that spine straight. I have gorilla arms, and I'm going to pulse 1, 2, bring it in. Get ready? Here we go. 8, 7, you don't like the pulse, you don't have to do the pulse. 6, good breathing. 5, 4, no bend in the wrist. Yes, there's a bend in the elbow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. I grab my band. And just because of time's sake, I'll make this one my last one so I can get to chest. So let's make it pretty. I have that band right below the wrist. My hands are up in guard. And I'm going to open up. Open up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Grab your band. Cool. Okay. Last time we did a leg forward, so we have to do that again. So let's go left leg forward, tip at the hip. I'm going to row it up for 2. I'm going to extend back for 2. You ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good job. You got this. Rowing up. Feel that upper back engage. Now keep that elbow high. Drive back that pinky. Flex that back of the arm. Engage that tricep. Work the back of the shoulder. Continue to breathe. Good job. Good job. I'm going to do one more. Fantastic. And we're just going to add in the quickest biceps that we can ever do. Knees soft, abs tight, bicep cycle. See what's happening? I'm just going for the killer. So right now, I'm doing the cycle and I'm trying to keep my core tight so I'm not shaking my hips side to side. And I'm gonna try to extend out the arms, almost to the height of my shoulder before I cycle it back in. If you have that, go for it. Good breathing. Good job, good job. Okay, change it up if you can, holding it like a hammer now. Continue to movement, continue the movement, but hold it like a hammer. You got it, you got it. Finish it strong, core tight. And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cool. Okay, I gotta put you down on the mat. Down on the mat we go. If I'm moving too fast, you need to grab water, feel free to grab the water. I'm gonna bring that band with me, and I'm gonna bring my dumbbells with me. And I'm sorry, I am like picking up the pace right now because I'm checking the timeout. But if you need to take it slower, just catch up or do what you can do, okay? So I have that band. I did put it around mid-thigh. My arms are wide. And now I'm just gonna go for the harder one. So I'm gonna start with my legs wide and my toes out a bit, okay? Drive at the hip. Give me that chest fly with it. Now the more important thing to do, we got enough legs in. I'm just adding stuff to make it exciting. So if you need to just dump the legs and just get in the chest fly, okay? Because I do need to get a little bit more chest in today. Make sure if you're doing the bridge up like I am, that your knees are staying wide. They should stay wide. When your knee is up and your hip is up, the knee should be about over the foot, okay? Keep that going, keep that going. In 4, 3, 2, and last one, and 1. And unfortunately, that's all I have time for with that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and set down my weights. I do not need the weights anymore. I am gonna quickly transition my band, and I'm going light band. Okay, that one was too heavy. You don't even have to use a band. We're getting into the ones where it's going to be for abs. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a light band around low calf, so just above the ankle a few inches. And then I'm gonna flip over into my plank. You can be on the hands, you can be on the forearms, you can be on your knees, but you don't need a band. And I'm gonna kick out 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Flip it over. And this is my bicycle one. And again, I'm cheating. I'm kind of just showing moving my elbow. But I want you to get up into that crunch and rotate and move that shoulder. You got it? I know you can do it. Okay. So the one leg kicks out, that band is working with that. You feel that a bit. I got that bicycle motion going. Good breathing, good breathing. I know that band is slipping and sliding on me, so I know it's probably on you too. But it's, oh, it was staying up until I said that. And great. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and flip on to do my side plank. I have to switch sides, so I'm gonna go ahead and just swivel, switch it up a bit. I'm on my forearm. My elbow is straight down from my shoulder. I'm making a fist palm and the elbow. The weight does have to go through all of it. And again, I'm gonna show the move. I'm not gonna do it. You can do it though. So here we go. You could go down, kick, down, kick. I'm gonna ditch the band. I don't need this anymore. I'm gonna go onto my knee. And I'm gonna use this hand for support, but you can go hip or up. Getting ready, here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You did great. Okay, so we need to get ready for our stretch. If you need to grab a stretching strap, do so now. If not, lay down flat, do your hands overhead, and go long body, long spine. So I'm gonna lay down. I have a stretching strap. I'm just gonna set it up to the side. I will need it in a minute. Hands overhead, and I'm getting the stretch through my arms, yes. I'm getting it through my abs, yes, through my low back. Continue to breathe. Let's focus in on breathing. I'd like you to work deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and work on nice deep breathing. Okay, we're gonna try and cue this breath with the stretch. I'm gonna breathe in, and I'm gonna hug my knees in and release my breath. Pull the knees in tight. Now you can pull your knees in tighter to your chest. Get it in there. Curl it up a bit so that low back starts to curl up. Now, hold that. Continue deep breathing. Now release how tight you're holding that and draw circles with the knees. So I feel my low back kind of drawing this egg shape on the mat, and it's loosening out my low back. Switch directions of that circle. Continue to breathe. Great. My hands go out, my palms are down, my knees are bent. I'm going to try to keep your hands down. I can't. I don't have that flexibility right now, but you can. Try, and you're going to pull the legs side to side. And again, hands are down. Try to get that stretch for the abdomen. Feel that. Oh, that's good. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my stretching strap, but you could just use your hands. I'm going to put it behind one of my legs. Good. So why I use a stretching strap is I'm losing the giddy up and space. So I'm going to have this for a little bit of an arm extender. If you have a little bit of a hard time with your flexibility, you can either keep your knee bent and use your hands, or feel free to use some sort of belt. I recommend like a robe belt. This is like the yoga strap that comes with the mat. So that's what I'm using. Point the toe down. Lift the toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. Switch direction of the circle. Opposite arm grabs that leg, same side arm down to the ground. Pull that leg straight in across that body. Now try to point the toe down. Awesome. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch up the legs. Point your toe down. Point the toe up. Circle for the ankle joint. My toe draws a circle, loosen up that ankle. Switch direction of that circle. Opposite arm grabs that leg, bring that leg diagonal across the body. Stretch that leg out, point the toe down and breathe. Release that. Great. Okay, so now my ankle is going up onto the thigh. You can reach in and hug it into the body, or you can sit up and hold. Up to you. Continue to breathe. And release. Go ahead and switch. Continue to breathe. And great. So now I'm going to go ahead and extend my legs out. Heels out. I'm going to fold my body over. I'm going to reach for my calves, my ankles, whatever I can reach for. I'd like you to try and keep your feet hip width apart. I have to separate mine. Go ahead and breathe, tip forward. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs and the low back. Continue to breathe and do not overstretch. Got it? Slow release. Now the soles of the feet are coming together. I'm going to tip at my hip. I'm going to do this stretch. Now, if you need to make it like a little bit more, there's things you could do. You could tip out the hip, and as you do so, push down with the elbow. We could also extend the legs out, and you do not have to make it more. So I could extend the arms out, I can walk the hands out a bit. I can go ahead and bend the elbow just so it's challenging, not uncomfortable. And then slowly up from here. I'm gonna have you go onto your stomach. When you're on your stomach, you can either push up onto the forearms or onto the arms, and you're going cobra stretch. I have to modify it, so please do as I'm describing, not as I'm showing, okay? So you're laying on your stomach and then lift up through the forearms or palms. I'm just kind of showing being on my knee. You do that, extend nice and long the spine all the way through the neck. Continue deep breathing. And then slowly bring it back to child's pose. So I'm gonna bring my butt down to the heels, walk those arms out, relax in that upper body, relax in the low back and glutes. Continue to breathe. Slowly make your way onto all four core, take a step forward, drive your back hip flexor forward, get that stretch to the back hip flexor. Feel free to keep it here. If this is a good stretch for you, you do not need anything harder. If you need something harder, feel free to modify. You can lift the arm of the back leg, or you can reach on back. Continue to breathe. I'm gonna release that, and I'm gonna switch it up. I'm on all four core. I take a step forward. I drive that back hip flexor forward. And again, you do not need to modify if you feel a good stretch. Slow release, slowly, gently, take your time standing up. Make sure there's nothing for you to trip on, okay? You moved it, it's out of the way. We're not gonna trip. Slowly make your way up, shoulders roll back and down, good breathing. I'm gonna lift one arm up, the other hand reaches for the ankle. Continue to breathe, get that stretch through the back and the hip. Come neutral, take a breath. Switch the arm up, tip. Neutral, take a breath. Arm crosses, get that back of the arm. Switch the arm up. I know I'm moving fast. If you need the stretch, keep it longer. Elbow up gently. Switch the arms up. Shoulders back and down. Give me a big circle back and down one more time. From here, make sure you're breathing. I'm gonna go ahead and add in spinal extension and arms opening wide, thumbs pulled back. Stretch your chest, but you have to breathe. Lots of stretching, lots of breath. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna go spinal flexion. I'm gonna tip forward. I'm gonna round my arms and I'm gonna fall forward. Only fall forward to what you're comfortable. Continue to breathe. Now correct the spine, stack it one on top of each other. Continue to breathe all the way up, all the way up. Shoulders back and down, shoulders back and down. Tip that chin onto the chest. I'm gonna go shoulder to shoulder, taking a nice half circle. Take your time, stretch the neck. Excellent job. One more time, get to the other side. I come back to neutral. Keep a little slack jaw, look over the shoulder as far as you can, breathe. Switch it up. Back to neutral and then up. And you did it. Awesome job. Thanks for coming to the workout. We will be back on Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of the day. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.
Thank you, Britt.
Thanks for joining today. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you guys.